of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Straight ahead here on DC News Now at noon, Park Police releases new details about the teen shot and killed by police over the weekend as the investigation continues. Plus, former President Donald Trump says he may be arrested this week and calls for protests, what lawmakers are saying this afternoon. But first, here's meteorologist Scott Sumner with a look ahead to the first day of spring.
Oh, yes, Annalise, it's looking pretty nice out there. Not too windy, not too chilly right now, and that trend will continue through the rest of the week. We'll talk about it coming up with my full 7-day forecast.
All right, thanks, Scott. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Annalisa Gale filling in for Mark Hall this afternoon. Right now, Park Police are releasing new details about the circumstances that led up to an officer killing a 17-year-old over the weekend. We've now learned the boy's name, Delonio Martin. Our Randy Bass is at Park Police headquarters in Southwest DC with the latest.
It all started with a traffic stop Saturday morning. Park Police tell us they tried to pull over 17-year-old Delonio Martin, and at some point shortly after that, one of the officers actually got into the car with the teenage boy. Shortly after, that's when Martin started to drive off with that officer still in the car and another officer being dragged alongside that car as he rode away. Now, as we understand it, that's when the officer inside the car fired shots at Martin, killing him. Moments later, that car crashed into a nearby home. This all started near 34th and Baker Streets Northeast and came to a screeching halt about a quarter-mile away near 36th and Kenilworth. The 17-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene. The homeowner was inside when Martin crashed into his house. He tells DC News Now he feels lucky to be alive.
He airborne and went straight into the house. Next thing I know, I heard something go boom. It didn't even hit me to realize I could have died. Not until my sons were able to get through the barricade and walk up to me and say, "Daddy, are you okay?" And it hit me then like, oh my gosh, I could have died.
And as for those two officers, both the one in the car and the one who was dragged alongside the car, they have non-life-threatening injuries. At this point, U.S. Park Police have not released their names. Right now, though, there is an internal affairs investigation underway at the police department. No word on if or when we can expect to see body camera footage before, during, and after that incident. Be sure to stick with us as we continue to follow this developing story. In Southwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
And right now, an investigation is underway in Prince George's County where a man was shot and killed early this morning. Officers responded to the district's heightened shooting just after 2 a.m. in the 6200 block of Alpine Street. So far, no arrests have been made and the circumstances are still under investigation.
The fact that the Manhattan DA thinks that indicting President Trump is his top priority, I think, just tells you everything you need to know about the radical left.
Politically motivated prosecution. That's what former Vice President Mike Pence called the investigation that led former President Donald Trump to claim that he will be arrested tomorrow. Trump made those comments in a social media post over the weekend. He says he is expecting that he will be arrested following an investigation into alleged hush money. Now, the former president said also in that post, quote, "Take our nation back." He says there are illegal leaks from a corrupt Manhattan district attorney's office.
This will take a coordinated effort between, NYPD, Secret Service, FBI.
Now, the district attorney says his office will not tolerate attempts to intimidate or threaten the rule of law in New York. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is on the Hill now with what we can expect in the next 24 hours.
Former President Trump made that claim over the weekend on his social media site, Truth Social.
It just feels like a politically charged prosecution here.
He's been under investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney for alleged hush money payments to former adult film star Stormy Daniels.
Nobody's above the law. I think it's very important for the Manhattan DA to look into this thoroughly.
The former president denies any wrongdoing and said the investigation is a political witch hunt. Trump also called on his supporters to protest in the streets if he's arrested.
Folks always are out there protesting what they see as an unjustified arrest or an unjustified indictment, but you want to make sure it's peaceful. We don't want history to repeat itself in overly negative ways.
Violence is never the right answer, and I always worry about it. But this is another case of Donald Trump just trying to advance the interests of Donald Trump, not of the rest of the nation.
So far, there's no official word that an indictment will be handed down. The Manhattan DA's office declined to comment on the possibility of an arrest.
Again, that was Trevor Shirley there. Meanwhile, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is calling for no violence over the potential Trump arrest. He also condemned the Manhattan DA's investigation into Trump. He called it a political attack as well. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said she agrees, saying there is no need for protests. Well, looking outside now, we're getting closer and closer to peak bloom here in the district. The National Park Service made that announcement over the weekend. The cherry blossoms have officially entered stage 5. This phase is best known as the Puffy White stage. And this weekend marked the start of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. 1.5 million people from all over the world are expected to visit this year's festival. More than 150 events are scheduled, including the parade, 10-mile run, and a kite festival.
I'm so excited to see it in full bloom and have the full effect of the flowers. I just can't wait. And to see all like the vendors and stuff here for the actual festival, it'll be really fun.
The Cherry Blossom Welcome Center is between the Franklin Roosevelt and Martin Luther King Jr. memorials. The festival continues through April 16th. And Scott, I'm excited to get out there. My pick of the week is definitely Thursday.
Yeah, we talked about it over the weekend, and really Thursday is looking really good. But one day at a time here. Let's not rush it. We have Monday to get through, and Monday's turning out to be a pretty nice one as we speak. Let's take a look. Speaking of the cherry blossoms, got some graphics here for you, and you'll be able to see quite nicely that for cherry blossoms to really bloom nicely, you can't really have a very, very harsh winter, which we certainly have not had. And these cherry blossoms need about 6 hours or more of direct sunlight to really bloom nicely here. 45 degrees is kind of the bottom line temperature. If you have that or a little bit warmer, it's going to be a plus for these blossoms to bloom well, but 27 degrees or any 20s, they really do sustain quite a bit of damage outside. Now, with regards to some other information here, the last year's peak was March 25th, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much on par with that. And this, of course, was a gift given by Japan in 1912. A live look here, plenty of sunshine outside with our Kennedy Center look, and we're going to have lots of cameras throughout the newscast showing how beautiful it is outside, because it is nice out and sunny, and temperatures, well, they're a little bit warmer now than they were all day yesterday. 43 degrees at D.C. and Leesburg and Manassas, 46 at Waldorf, 40 at Hagerstown, and 42 out towards Cumberland's way. Why? Because we have high pressure, and it's giving us a nice day today. That high is going to be with us all afternoon and tonight. And tonight will be a chilly night as well, just kind of like what we had earlier this morning. Now, if you want to do a little walking outside, and I suggest you do if you have that time, we do have wall-to-wall sunshine here. Temperatures climbing through the 40s and into the 50s. And it'll get even warmer yet as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, although a few showers will be on the horizon for Wednesday. But look at this. Thursday, very warm and breezy with temperatures in the middle 70s. Annalisa.
Well, a commuter alert this afternoon. Today marked the 3rd time this year that Metro's train schedule changed. DC News Now Joseph Olmo looks at this and what it will mean for your commute this evening.
Hey there, Metro is getting busier and busier by the day. You know, last Wednesday, there were over 337,000 trips in just one day. That is why, for the 3rd time now this year, Metro is changing their schedule. Take a look. First up, orange, blue, and silver line trains. They're all going to stop at stations every 12 minutes during rush hour. But remember, from Rosslyn to Stadium Armory, those lines overlap. So in the central part of the system, we're looking at trains running every 3 minutes during the morning and evening rush from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then again from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. More on the central part of the system coming up in just a sec. And hey, it doesn't stop there. The busy red line is about to get better service. Starting next Saturday, trains on that line will run every 8 minutes, all day, every day, 7 days a week.
You're improving the service here for people like me who don't have a car. I love the Metro. It's fantastic. I meet a lot of people from around the world. Like today, I met some friends from Georgia.
How does it feel to know that you might spend a little bit less time waiting on the platform for a train?
Easier for me. That means I don't have to wake up that early. I can leave a little less time than I do now.
All right, let's check out the Metro map here. This is the core part of the system I was telling you about a second ago. Trains run from Rosslyn to Stadium Armory in the core part of the Metro map. 13 stations in total. They are all served by 3 lines. And since they're served by 3 lines during the morning and evening rush hours, you're going to see trains passing through those stations at an average of every 3 minutes. Certainly an improvement from the bottom days of the pandemic. And Metro officials say more more improvements expected in coming months. Reporting on the Silver Line, I'm Joseph Olmo. Back to you.
All right, looking good and sounding good for them there. And 3 new bus routes will be added to the transit services in Frederick County. These are in Thurmont, Emmitsburg, and Brunswick. Starting April 1st, the shuttles will access those rural communities. This comes after community requests for more transportation options. People are ready for that new opportunity.
It's really great. A lot of places I wanted to go, and I don't drive my car anymore, so I can go different places.
This is really important for us to connect all parts of our community, not only the cities, but the rural jurisdiction as well.
This is all part of a new pilot program there in Frederick County, Maryland. Well, cyber attacks on critical infrastructure are becoming more frequent and dangerous. That includes hospitals and healthcare groups. Lawmakers say targeting healthcare providers is profitable. They get the ransom and are able to sell patient information on the black market. Last Thursday, lawmakers heard testimony from experts.
Move from guidance and recommendations to minimum standards.
To require these organizations to report cyber attacks and ransomware payments.
Senator Peters also says he is pushing for a bill to combat the problem. He says the bill has bipartisan support.